Hello guys, and welcome to the post-match video of our FA Cup game against Plymouth today.
Yes.
Bit frustrating, Dan?
Very frustrating, Greg. 0-0. No goals, I don't like that.
Ugly game, ugly game.
The LFC Cast.
In association with LFConline.com.
Please like, share and subscribe.
Okay, so before we get into our fantastic performance, you're going to run through some stats, Dan?
Yeah, I am, Greg. So the stats were 70%, 77% possession to Liverpool, 23% possession to Plymouth, which is just a joke, really. 28 shots we had, and 4 they had, and it was 0-0. 4 shots on target to us, which kind of represents how not clinical we were in the game. 28 shots and only 4 of them on target. I think that's, it's pretty poor, really, on the Liverpool side.
Definitely.
And 1 shot on target to them. 18 corners to us.
18.
And Moreno ballooned every single one.
Oh my God.
And also in terms of fouls, we had 12, they had 16. It was just really frustrating, wasn't it, Greg? There wasn't much to even discuss. God help us getting to 10 minutes on this video.
I know, yeah. I think, to be fair, in the first half, I thought we did okay. We had a lot of young lads out, and Plymouth just completely defended. They didn't want to go forward at all. It didn't even look like they wanted to actually put any attacks in the game at all.
No.
And I thought we did okay, but we weren't clinical.
No.
And then in the second half, it just went downhill, didn't it?
It did, Greg, and like you said, first half we were dominant. In fact, we were peppering the goal all game, but there was just no final end product. And we had players like Greig on the pitch who, he scored 5 in 5 before his dip in form a little bit, and he didn't really. He looked anonymous in today's game. I hardly seen him, to be honest, Greg. The few key performances, a few good. Ajaria was good for us. Stewart was good for us. Karius didn't even get a go, did he? He caught the ball at one point, and I think that'll keep him in for the next game.
I think there was too many of the youngsters on the pitch, and then it makes it difficult for likes of Greig, who you say, maybe he wasn't great today.
Yeah.
But he's used to playing with such class behind him.
Definitely, yeah.
He's
got talent all around him. He's got Firmino, sometimes Coutinho, Lallana, Henderson, even Emre Can, who was on the pitch today. But like I said with this, there's so many youngsters, and then you put Sturridge on, Lallana on, and then you try and make a difference. But by then, Plymouth are already back, and they're already anticipating a replay at home. Yeah. And for them, that's a win.
Yeah. Because
they don't really. A team like Plymouth, they're not. Let's realistically face it, not hoping to win that cup.
No.
But if they can get a potential home game against Liverpool at Plymouth, it sells out.
Yeah.
It's great for them.
Definitely. And talking again about Lallana coming on, Firmino coming on, Sturridge coming on, they are the type of players who should change a game, but they're coming on to a completely different team to who they normally play with, a completely different shape to what they normally play, and then it's all rushing at the end trying to attack them in the last 15 minutes or so.
The quality's not the same, and even though we put some pieces of quality in, it's not the whole overall picture and Klopp's vision of how he wants his team to play. Plymouth, though, they did well, didn't they, Greg? They held on for the game, and for them to get a draw against Liverpool at Anfield, that's a brilliant story.
Yeah, definitely. And I heard McManaman saying, in the first half, he was saying, come and give the crowd, your fans, something to shout about Plymouth. You're just staying behind the ball, you're just defending, but it worked for them. They've got, as you say, they've got that home game now.
Yeah. And they can do what they like now. So at home, they probably will play a bit more football because they're just, that's their final. We've got Liverpool at home. We'll have a big game against them. Who knows? They could upset us. They could get a goal. But I think, McManaman was being a bit, they need to attack more. They need to play in Liverpool at Anfield. So, the manager's obviously forced, let's just try and maybe catch them on the counter. Yeah. Hang on for the game. And there was a couple of chances, I think, in the second half on the Plymouth strikers. Took on a bunch of our players and nearly he seen his name in lights, McManaman said, and he just hit it against Gomez's leg, but he should have passed it. But
and there was another chance in the second half where Stewart put that great tackle in and took him out, and he would have been 1-on-1.
Oh yeah. That was a great tackle, wasn't it?
Tackle,
great shackle that.
Yeah. Okay guys, so off camera then we just had a brief discussion about who played where and which youngsters were playing where, and we got a bit confused ourselves, so we're not going to go through the whole team lineup, but Dan's just going to highlight some of the positives from today's game.
Yeah, one of the positives is that we had young players on the pitch and we don't know who played where. We do know that Lucas was dotted somewhere, El Jardia was dotted somewhere else.
Chan was in there.
Chan was there somewhere. Oh yeah, we forgot about Chan. We didn't mention it. Yeah, we've also got Ojo and Woodburn. We don't even know where they played. Anyway, I mean, I suppose the good thing is that we do have good quality in the youth team. You know, Woodburn's a decent talent. He didn't do much in this game. Good few crosses, good bit of skill. Ojo as well. I mean, he's been injured, so to see him coming back from injury is great because he's actually a talent, Ojo, isn't he?
Definitely, yeah.
He didn't do much in this game again. I mean, not many did because of how defensive they were. Yeah. But Ojo is a great talent. He's really skillful, really fast on the ball. And I also like Stewart as well in the middle. I thought he was one of our man of the matches today. You know, the chances he made, the tackles he made, the passing he made.
He was great, yeah. Well, he was my standout player today for Liverpool, Stewart. I thought he was really, really good. Really one for the future to keep an eye on, and hopefully we can integrate him into the team a bit more going forward.
Definitely, I like Stewart. I think he's a really good player.
Yeah, and away from the young kids, you know, one who impressed me was Sturridge when he came on.
Yeah.
You know, he was really, really good. He showed that difference in class, didn't he? You know,
he did.
And he could have scored a couple of goals. He was creating that yard of space and getting a shot off.
Yeah, getting onto his left. Lucas as well, attempting a few audacious shots throughout the game, which was ridiculous of Lucas, because he is Lucas. Yeah. No, I really wanted him to score, to be honest with you, because I love Lucas. And that shot at the end where he just skied it, like I thought that was going in for a split second. I was like, oh, it's Lucas.
Yeah, well, I don't think Klopp even had a laugh at that, did he? You know, Klopp's thinking, we're going to have to play another game now, you know, we need to score a goal. I think normally he would have had a little chuckle at Lucas's attempt.
He would have. In terms of the game itself, Greg, now we've got to play another game in January. That's going to affect us big time, isn't it? Because we've got a semi-final coming up, we've got league games coming up, and now we've got Plymouth again.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and I think Klopp wants to do well in the Cup. But now I think he's going to play a similar team again, because he's going to have to save our big players, as we should call them, you know, for our other matches in January, the league games.
That's it. I mean, he's going to have to play kids again. I mean, that's the problem with Liverpool. I mean, it's not such a problem. A lot of teams are like this. But unlike Chelsea or Man City, they have a B team of players who are just world class. I mean, Chelsea today, Pedro scored for them. Yeah. Pedro's on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It's a small game. We have to put kids in. And maybe that'll change in time if we get Champions League, things like that. But for the time being, I think we've got to prioritise the league, and the semi-final on Wednesday is the biggest one for us.
Definitely, yeah.
And it'll be a different squad on Wednesday. I think it'll be our first team on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though we've got Man United as well on the weekend, which is a big game.
Big, massive game.
Coutinho should be back, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm going to throw it out there that I actually look forward. Well, I don't know, I get nervous, but the Man United game rather than the Everton game or derby. Well, they're both derbies in a way, aren't these, kind of?
Yeah, it's a bigger game because there's more at stake with the Man United Liverpool game. I mean, Everton are just a mid-table to low-end team. Whatever about them, do you know what I mean? They're not in our problem. But Man United, it's a bigger game. There's history involved. There's trophies involved. You know, past history of trophies. So it'll be a good game, Greg. So in terms of man the match for the Plymouth game, no one was really stand out, but I think Stewart was man the match.
I'll go with you. We'll give it to Stewart. I thought Sturridge was great when he came on, but I don't think you can give it to Sturridge just playing the end of the game, you know. And a lot of the youngsters played well in the first half, and then it just went downhill in the second.
It did indeed. Who are your man of the matches, guys? Let us know in the comments below. Please subscribe to the LFC cast. That would be fantastic. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, and we'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
Bye bye.